Franklin County and Western Hills boys had so much fun playing each other not once, not twice, but 3 times during the regular season. They said, let's do it again in the 41st District semifinals on the neutral court at Great Crossing. It's going to be a Frankfort City matchup we've got coming up for you. Thanks for joining us. Welcome everybody to Great Crossing High School in Georgetown for the 41st District Boys Semifinals. We saw semifinal number 1 last night. The home team, the top seed, the number 1 ranked Warhawks of Great Crossing lived up to all the hype with a 106-22 demolition of Frankfort. Who gets to play them on Friday night and try to shock the world? Franklin County and Western Hills are going to settle that this evening. Cal Oaks along with Jason Hyatt here on Cable 10. And Jason, the old adage, tough to beat a good team 3 times in one season. What about 4 times?
Cal,
can Western Hills
stole my line. I literally was going to say that. Like we pushed the limits now so, but you're right. Yeah, Franklin County has already beaten Western Hills 3 times. They squared off early in the season, and it was the Capital City Classic. Franklin County took that one 75-64. That one did not count that technically as a district game, although they are obviously district opponents. But once they got to the regularly scheduled portion of the programming, Franklin County still took both of those 67-54. And then about 3 weeks later, took care of business 82-51. This is a Franklin County team that's on the rise, and they've showed a little promise here and there the last few seasons, but I think this season they've really started taking that to the next level. Now, look, I'm not saying they're at the Great Crossing level. That's a different conversation that we'll deal with at a different time. But Franklin County looking like a team that's ready to start making some noise in and around the 11th region.
It was only a few years ago that Franklin County, in fact, won this tournament. 2021 made it all the way to the region semifinals. So they're a program that's been there before and trying to get back. And if I stole your line, I would say great minds think alike, but I don't want to give us too much credit. Franklin County, the wins during the season, 75-64, 67-54, and the last one was the easiest, 82-51. The records on paper are kind of opposite ends of the spectrum. Franklin County 18-10, a pretty strong season for the Flyers, while Western Hills has stumbled to 7-23. As we mentioned last night, they took Great Crossing to triple overtime a year ago. What can they do tonight to recapture the magic?
Well, that was one of the better games that you're ever going to see in local high school basketball last year. It was really one just for the record books to remember. The problem for Western Hills is you got Javion Campbell back, who was a major part of that. What you don't have is Walter Campbell, his older brother. So, Javion's doing a lot of this on his own this year. Elijah Thompson has been a worthy sidekick, but he's been out with injury. I don't know if he's even available here tonight. We'll find out soon enough. But, Javion is a guy, he's 22 points, 10 boards a game. He is a load down low, and to watch him work on the basketball court is sort of a thing of beauty because he is such a big body but can move like a much smaller individual. There's Javion right there. He can really get around with some finesse. It's a guy who's going to be playing football at the next level. He's got major D1 offers for football, so basketball will be going in, in the the rear view mirror at some point, but still quality player and really fun guy to watch.
He is one of the rising stars on the recruiting circuit, to be sure. We'll talk about that as the evening goes along on the football side of things. But we'll have basketball on the other side of this break. Stay with us here on Cable 10. 41st District Boys Semifinals straight ahead.
Game of the Week is brought to you by David Tolles Auto Pro. You're in good hands with David Tolles Auto Pro. Bring your vehicle to us for the best repairs in the Frankfort area. 2 locations at 1348 Versailles Road and 515 Duncan Road. And check us out at davidtollsautopro.com.
In 1972, a young David Tolles vowed to jump the Kentucky River on his big wheel. He did not make it. We can rebuild him. We have the capability to make the world's perfect mechanic. Better, stronger, faster. David Tolles Tires and Auto Service on Duncan Road.
Cal Oaks, Jason Hyatt back with you here at Great Crossing High School for the starting lineups. We'll get this one underway as Franklin County and Western Hills squaring off for the privilege right, whatever you want to call it, to face Great Crossing on Friday night. Jeff Cody bringing the Wolverines in here upset-minded as they've been shorthanded, as you said, for a lot of the season, at least the second half. Austin Stone, he is a veteran of that triple overtime game last year, a senior.
Yeah, he's a guy that can shoot from deep, also can drive. He's the one that initiates the offense.
Javion Campbell, we mentioned his football offers. He's reaping them at a Malachi Marino-like rate on the gridiron, including Miami and Notre Dame, among others. Cole McDonald, also a junior, along with Campbell. Noah Morris is a sophomore. And your point guard is number 15, Cameron Flynn, also a sophomore. So young starting lineup, to say the least. And yet you talked about Walter Campbell. I don't think anybody understood how much they were going to miss him. They knew they were going to, but wow, what a change.
Yeah, really a leader on the team from multiple perspectives. And yeah, his absence has certainly been felt.
Noah Souders came in from Frankfort Christian, has made a nice impact at Franklin County. Andre Chenault. Xavier Taylor is a senior along with Souders. Chenault a junior.
Taylor's a guy that can get up and play above the rim.
Dury Trahan, a senior quarterback on the football team, and has made an impact in basketball. He has a knack at the end of games for being the guy to take that shot. He did it twice against Scott County this year in a couple of close games. And Tyler Boyles, a junior, rounds out the starting five for the Flyers.
The Dury Trahan that you were just talking about, he's a guy that brings athleticism and a physicality at the same time to this Flyer team that I think they've kind of been missing. He's the guy that can lower his head and just get to the rim when he needs to.
You want to talk about physicality, you're going to find it with this guy, Javion Campbell. When he and Walter were on the floor together, that was kind of the perfect foil for Great Crossing with their size. Because you bring that height and width to the floor, it was tough for the Warhawks even to deal with. Campbell will jump it along with Taylor, and we are underway. And quickly, Souders to the rim. That was a heavily contested shot, and it went out of bounds. Stone was right there in his face, and Franklin County essentially throws it away to open the game.
Chenault, the guy who has throughout the year been in and out of the starting lineup. Minutes have gone up and down. Coach Derek King, who's kind of taken the reins for Anthony Bergeron, he's worked different lineups, I think, depending on the matchups that he's had. We've just seen lots of different players as the need arises.
We've had our first clock issues of this one. Twice the ball went out of bounds and the clock kept running and nobody said a word. Hopefully that's it. Trahan misses from in close, but it goes off of the Wolverines and will stay with the Flyers.
Yeah, look at Noah Souders there, transfer over from Frankfort Christian Academy. He's brought a scoring threat to this Franklin County team that they didn't have before. He obviously filled it up over for the Royals, but now that he's become a part of this Flyer team is a nice addition.
Drive and kick, and Souders would have had a 3, but the contact, and it will be an offensive foul. Just comes crashing in, and Stone had nice position. The foul will go on Chenault, his first, team's first of the game for either team. Not even a minute into this one. Western Hills breaking through the pressure, up ahead. Stone thought about the 3, now drives and kicks. Baseline drive through traffic and up and in. Cole McDonald puts the Wolverines on the board.
Cole McDonald, just the 5th leading scorer on the team, but gets things kicked off here.
Broyles took a deep 3, nothing there. Going after the second opportunity, and Chenault ties it up for Franklin County. If
you're tuning in and haven't seen anything since maybe last year's district tournament and the name Chenault is ringing a bell for you, but you're thinking, well, that's not what I remember him looking like. Older brother Andrew was on the squad previously.
That is confusing because you've got Andrew and Andre.
Andre, a little more on the hair game than Andrew, I think, was into.
He's got the mop going up there. 2-2 your score. Early in this one. Deflected and stolen away. Franklin County on the run. Now they'll pull it up. Xavier Taylor. Trahan on the drive. He gets his path cut off, and they will reset up top. Broyles, he loves to shoot the 3 any opportunity. Tried to work it inside and got it intercepted. Nice play by Flynn to give the Wolverines a shot. Stone from 3, no. Trahan couldn't get both hands on the rebound. It will stay with Western Hills. There's a good look at Coach King. Took over early in the season, has done a nice job. 18 wins for the Flyers. Campbell in heavy traffic. Somehow the rebound comes to Hills, and a nice look and a second opportunity for Javion for the lead.
And that shows you the feel that Campbell has for the game. Underneath the basket like that, still able to lean back, kiss it off the glass.
Broyles finds an open teammate. Baseline jumper is short. Campbell the rebound. Taylor took the shot off the mark. Now Stone misses. Souders with the rebound. Playing with that heavy brace on his left knee.
Yeah, he missed the early parts of the season with that knee injury. So it took him a little while to kind of get integrated. Came off the bench for a little while.
Another turnover for the Flyers, so their offense sputtering a little bit early, hoping to get a spark from Dalen Redden, number 4, who checks in. Flynn drops it off to Stone. McDonald gives it up. Now Stone with it once more. And that was just kind of an awkward pass and couldn't get the handle on it. Noah Morris.
With Redden checking in for Taylor, you lose probably a little bit, maybe on the height, certainly a little bit on the high-flying athleticism, but he's just a bigger, stronger body as you see him with the ball right there.
Redden had it taken away by Morris, up ahead to Flynn, and kind of an awkward angle, kind of a no-look layup, but he got it to fall, and Western Hills up 6-2 early. And it gives you motivation when your offense is clicking a little bit. You get back and play defense, clap your hands, but somebody missed the assignment there, and Redden made him pay.
Well, Trahan, with standing in the middle of the lane, looked like a, like a quarterback finding an open receiver.
Dribbling inside the arc and missing that one is Flynn. Chenault the rebound. Trahan takes a generous step into the lane and hits the floater to tie it up midway through this first quarter, 6 apiece.
That's an example of that ability to get where he wants on the court.
Stone, pull up from 12 feet, good. Hill's back on top. Hills has answered the bell so far.
And it shows what that confidence can do for you. You're off to a good start. All of a sudden, everything comes a little bit easier.
Drive up and under, and good from Chenault to tie it at 8. So the offense is finding some rhythm here after a sluggish start. Pressure on Stone in the backcourt. They've got to hurry before the 10, and now Jeff Cody will have to call a 30 to bail him out. It's a pretty little scoop from Chenault.
And heady play from Campbell, too, of probably better at this juncture of the game to just give him the bucket rather
bother
than
to use
contest.
up one of your fouls, yeah. He's a player they could ill afford to not have on the court at any point. Good crowd on hand tonight. Got all 4 schools represented both nights. That's good for the crowd in general, I think, because you get a good cross section.
Yeah, that was one of the things I noticed when the final bracket got set, that each night all 4 teams were represented. So that's always a fun aspect of this.
I guess you could look at it both ways. I had some people say to me it would be nice if it were a doubleheader for both nights, but Campbell, that's what you want out of a timeout. Set up a nice play and get your big guy a flush.
Yeah, don't let the size fool you. He can still get up and throw it down.
He is a wanted athlete. Didn't even play football seriously at the varsity level until this past year for Coach Simon Vanderpool. There is a rebound and an outlet. McDonald cashing in. Timeout, Franklin County, and it'll be a full. Watch this play one more time. We'll see you on the other side of this break, and a word from our sponsors.
Game of the Week is brought to you by J.O. Osborne with the Franklin County Farm Bureau. The Franklin County Farm Bureau's J.O. Osborne wishes all of our local teams a healthy, competitive, and successful season. J.O. and Kentucky Farm Bureau have been insuring Frankfort since 1943. With them on your team, when you experience a loss from an accident or storm, it can be a real game changer.
Kentucky Farm Bureau agents wear a lot of hats. They're coaches, volunteers, church members, neighbors, someone who's there when you need them, especially when you need them most. That may be a lot of hats, but they're all the perfect fit. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Back with you at Great Crossing High School. Franklin County trailing early 12-8 to rival Western Hills here in the 41st District Boys semifinals. 2:40 to play first quarter.
You see Caius White has come in for Franklin County, going to run that point position. He's a guy that has started at times.
Yeah, they've got some depth. He has been in the lineup for a good portion of the season. Both times I saw them against Scott County anyway, and there's Souders drawing the foul. Fouls on Morris. I always like to see when, and both teams have shown it so far, when you come out of a timeout and run one of your best plays, to take advantage of it, get yourself back, get your feet under you a little bit. Souders from the line, good with the first.
Satter's a really good shooter. He's provided a deep threat for this Flyer team. That see Tyler Broyles in the background. He's another one of those guys that can shoot it, but Satters has just added another weapon.
Good long pass and a cash in. McDonald again, he scored before the break. He gets the first bucket for Western Hills after. Trahan from short range has the answer.
You know, if you were with us last night, just for a early comparison, Trahan looking a little like Vince Dawson with that mid-range game floater in the lane.
Almost a steal at half court, and then Campbell got it stripped by Trahan in a battle of football stars, but Trahan loses it out of bounds. It'll go back to the Wolverines.
Okay, that one maybe not quite as Dawson-esque.
The comparison worked momentarily. Morris to Stone. Western Hills having a little trouble with the pressure in the backcourt. It cost them a timeout a little earlier and barely beat the 10 count there. Here's a look at Caius White. Excuse me, Caven Russell in the game. They have gone deep, have the Flyers already. Missed at short range did Campbell, so Franklin County doing a decent job contesting the big man. Broyles got the rebound. Now he'll get the open three and put Franklin County in front. Claps his hands, says, let's go.
Yeah, really the first probably good touch for Tyler Broyles in this one. Able to take advantage of it.
Steal by Broyles. Up and in. So Broyles with 5 quick points, and at the 1 minute to go mark here in the first quarter. Flyers on a run. A 9-2 run to be exact since the timeout. Telegraph that pass. Trahan picked it off. He's going to have an easy deuce.
And those are the turnovers that you just cannot afford. That's just easy points that you're giving up. You'd be better off just turning around and handing it to somebody in the first row, so at least you can get back and play some defense.
And again, Western Hills, a bailout foul there by Broyles as they are having trouble getting across the timeline.
Franklin County does like to bring pressure. That was a staple we saw earlier in the season. They had a game against Frankfurt where they just went wild.
Morris dumping it into Campbell. He's double teamed and still fights his way through it to get to the line. They'll call it on Redden. It's the team's fourth, his first. Only 21 seconds left in the quarter, so may not get to the bonus here. Campbell makes the first free throw.
There's a knock on Campbell. It would be the free throw shooting. He's only 56% from the line, and for a guy that gets there as frequently as he does, you'd like to see that number go up a little bit, but he certainly looked good on those two.
Wolverine fans will appreciate the reverse jinx there. 19-16, 15 seconds. White Broyles playing pass. Souders there as well. The drive, lost the handle. Campbell comes away with it, looks up at the clock, but he walked before he could run. Double dribble, and they will. He smiles. Franklin County, not once, not twice, but 3 times striking in short order. Making it happen off of turnovers. First Broyles and then Trahan to take a 19-16 lead as we go to the first quarter break.
Game of the Week is brought to you by Tim and Rebecca Hubbard with Exit Realty Crutcher. Choose local realtors that treat you like family because real estate is what we do and families are why we do it. In today's fast-paced housing market, you need realtors with experience who understand that timing is essential when finding the perfect home for the right price. Tim and Rebecca Hubbard with Exit Realty Crutcher are here to ensure that you and your family have a positive experience from start to finish.
Real estate is what we do,
and families are why we do it.
Tune in to Around 10, Frankfurt's very own morning show. We cover all the happenings in the capital city every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 10 a.m. live on Cable 10, Facebook, and YouTube. Remember, if it happens around town, it's on Around 10.
Welcome back to Great Crossing High School, site of the 41st District Tournament. We're in the final semifinal game of this 2-night grind as Franklin County and Western Hills going at it for the right to get to Friday's championship. Flyers up 3 at the end of 1. McDonald for three. Had himself a productive first quarter, but missed that shot. Rebound comes down to Souders.
One thing's for sure, this is the most competitive first quarter that we've seen so far in this 41st District Tournament.
Doesn't have much to compete with in that regard, but you are correct, sir.
Yeah, a margin of 3 is by a long shot the closest that we've seen.
I don't know that we've seen both teams in double digits anywhere close. And there is a steal. Trahan up ahead to Broyles for the finish.
Broyles has come alive in the last about 90 seconds of this game.
He had himself 5 quick points there in the first quarter. He and Trahan both have sparked things here. That was a dangerous bounce pass, but getting away with it. Shot didn't fall, however, from McDonald. Rebound to Souders. Trahan spins, takes a fall away jumper from the baseline. That's no good. Rebound Hills.
You probably could get a better look than that.
A little short jumper is good. And the Wolverines get one from Morris to get back within 3. 6.5 minutes to play here in the first half, and the Flyers will slow it down a little bit. They've made hay by pushing the tempo, turning defense into offense. In the half court, not so much. Souders misses that one. Stoppage in play here. I don't know if we got blood or what.
I believe that's what we're doing, going to the bandage.
Is having to clean up a little bit of a nick on the knee of Noah Morris. Trahan will get a much-deserved breather.
I believe it was Xavier Taylor came in for him.
Breaking the pressure, Stone bounces it ahead to McDonald. McDonald tries to spin. Campbell gets the pass inside but misses the layup. It was a nice look from Higgins. And we've got a foul at the other end.
That was Kalen Higgins, sophomore for Western Hills. We will likely also see older brother Cam Higgins at some point.
First free throw is good and a 4-point lead. And the Flyers have their biggest advantage of 5, 23-18. Quickly up ahead, Hills. Tried to bounce it into Campbell, had it taken away by Broyles. Beautiful work on the break. Broyles couldn't get the finish, but the persistence pays for the putback by Taylor.
Good follow from Xavier Taylor. Sure was trusting Broyles to finish that. Came up a little short, but the effort got him the bucket.
Timeout on the court. Flyers up the lead to 7. Broyles left it on the rim for Taylor. Helping to present this tournament as they did all season long for me on the Bird's Nest Broadcasting Network. The corporate sponsors for Great Crossing Basketball. They support Scott County as well. You see all their logos if you're in the Georgetown area. Whether you're from Scott County or Franklin County or Woodford County or any point in between, please do support these people. Let them know you heard about them here on Cable 10 or on the Bird's Nest Broadcasting Network, and thank them for their support of high school athletics. Western Hills all of a sudden in a 7-point hole here. Got to dig their way out. Struggling with the pressure just a tad. McDonald bounced the pass, a dangerous one, but it was stopped by a whistle.
I think we got a kick ball going to be called on Souders. But you're right, this is a critical juncture for Western Hills. They got out to an early lead in this one. Played really well in the first quarter overall, but the trend has been going the other way, so they need to find a way to get back to scoring points because they've gone a little dry here in this second quarter.
And there is a rushed and wild pass. You could sense it a little bit in the body language too, I think, lately. things were going so well, and when the faucet dries up a little bit, it was 12-8 Western Hills at one point, so we're talking a 17-6 run here.
And while it's easier said than done, I guess, but what they need to do is get the ball in the hands of number 3, Javion Campbell. He's not been getting enough touches.
Franklin County has denied it a few times. There was a beautiful bounce pass. Taylor couldn't finish. Rebound comes down to Hills. Morris back in the game, all taped up. He gets the ball here, has an open lane. Yes, and that stops the drought.
But that shows you, let Javion Campbell bring the ball up. That still sucks the defense out. Left open driving lanes for Morris.
Bounce pass inside, kick back out to Souders. And a reset for the Flyers. Russell drives up and under, no. Rebound Hills, and now they're on the run, which is when they've fared their best. But hustle, great hustle from Franklin County there to get it going the other way, but a turnover to return the favor.
Kevin Russell sequence. Thinking, I worked too hard to get that steal for you to just throw a baseball pass over the fence.
You're just going to throw it away on me like that. Incomplete. Second down. Western Hills get a chance to catch his breath a little bit. Down 5. McDonald working the ball with Stone, and then a 3 from distance that's no good. Deep distance from Morris. Trahan might have shuffled the feet before he took that 3.
Yeah, it took a little hop step to get in position. And, you know, it's the fact that they called that I'm happy about, honestly, because I've been noticing a trend in basketball. It starts at the NBA level, which, you know, I know people have their own feelings about that, but even down to the college level of guys doing that, they take this little hop step getting set to take their shot, and it's like, guys, that's a travel. You can't do that.
And another trend is that things like that get called more closely when you get to playoff time. You have officials who maybe know they're being watched a little more closely, and some of the stuff that teams can get away with sometimes during the season, the collar gets a little tighter. Floater is good from Stone to cut it to 3.
Stone's a guy who needs to be aggressive. He can be the second option behind Campbell. He just has to want it and go get it.
Broyles, not really in the flow of the offense there, takes the 3 and will pay the price with a miss and a rebound for Campbell, and now a chance to maybe tie it up with a 3 for the Wolverines. Morris will try. No. Campbell got the generous bounce off of a Franklin County player. Franklin County stayed with it, but it will go to the Wolverines out of bounds.
Yeah, good hustle down low. Both teams fighting for it. You see John Griffin just into the game there, but Campbell right place, right time. But it'll stay here for Western Hills.
Campbell draws a crowd, and that goes in inside. McDonald again has cashed in at the rim several times to keep Western Hills in this one. Wolverines are in it without Campbell scoring an abundance of points, which has got to be good news for them. And drawing the foul is Chenault.
That's one of those where it's clean up top, but got him with the body down low.
That's the second on Morris, second on the team this quarter. Chenault for 2 with 2:46 to play in the period, in the half.
All in all, not been a lot of fouls called in this game, which as a viewer we appreciate. Let the game flow, that's a good thing.
Yeah, both players kind of reaching out there and touching someone. Missed both free throws, but chases down the rebound by himself. That's what you want. You want to coach your players, follow your shot, whether it's from the line or the field.
And they always say nobody knows better where the ball's going to come off than the shooter.
Trahan with another miss from close range, so he's been feast or famine. Jeff Cody keeping a watchful eye on things, says, man, Can't we get a bounce our way?
Well, somebody is supposed to have the responsibility to block out the shooter, and that person failed at their job.
Teachable moment at halftime for Coach Jeff Cody. Chance to take the lead, though, as Franklin County has gone into a deep freeze. Stone wanted it all with a three and missed it. In and out.
Western Hills
Souders
slowly crawled back in this one, and it's Franklin County that's gone cold.
Fade away from the right elbow.
And for
Taylor Redden.
Either team, whenever you just need some buckets, you just let me know. I'll make a comment about how you're struggling, and then you'll get your points.
Snapped a 6-0 run for the Wolverines. Put the Flyers back up 3. McDonald in traffic, draws the foul. He was pivoting all over the place behind the arc before he made that drive. Drew the contact from Taylor.
Yeah, just the first on Taylor, and I don't think we have any real foul trouble to speak of for either team as we near the
only
midway
2
point.
apiece this quarter. Was not so in the girls' game tonight, as Frankfort was in foul trouble early and often. Great Crossing girls picked up that win. They will play Franklin County on Friday night. McDonald makes both to cut this back to a 1-point game with 90 seconds to play before the half.
And with the foul situation being what it is, low, that favors Western Hills because they do not have the depth that Franklin County does.
Souders goes barreling in. But they will get Stone dragging that foot just a little bit, just enough to get called for the foul. Stone not afraid to throw his body around, though. We've seen that already. Souders makes the first free throw. Broyles will check back in for the Flyers. He sparked the offense midway through the first quarter to overcome the early deficit. 2 free throws make it 29-26 for Souders and the Flyers. Here come the Wolverines. Stone for the tie. No. Rebound, Trahan. The quarterback throws it to the tight end, so to speak. Can't get it to fall, though, in Redden's case. And now Chenault with a rebound. Trahan resets it. Broyles looking for Trahan. Trahan spins out of control, gets called for the travel.
Yeah, we've seen that a couple times now from Trahan of kind of lowering the head, getting into the lane, but then not quite sure what to do with it once he gets there.
Zachary Perry will check in for the Flyers, and Trahan get a break.
And I can tell you when Perry's in the game, he's in there for one reason. That's to let it fly from deep.
We'll see if the Wolverines let it fly again and try to tie this one up. I'd like to just work it inside to Campbell if I were them. A little pick and roll action here, but Stone will take the 3. No. Rebound comes down to Redden.
Yeah, that's the case. Stone had the open look.
Broyles with the wild shot at the end of the drive, but rebounded by Hills.
He had Campbell down low, guarded by Chenault.
Short leaner for McDonald is good. 1-point game, 15 seconds. We finally got a good one.
It is shaping up that way. We will take this certainly for a halftime score.
Inside, Redden left elbow. Rattles it home at the buzzer. And the Flyers of Franklin County will go to the locker room with a 31-28 advantage. Good first half. We'll be back to talk about it in a moment.
Game of the Week halftime show is brought to you by Classic Gold. Art-carved class rings are available at Classic Gold Master Jewelers on 859 East Main Street in Frankfort.
Classic Gold Master Jewelers has an amazing selection of jewelry that anyone will love. Classic Gold also provides custom services like pearl restringing, engraving, watch repair, ring resizing, and custom designs. Classic Gold Master Jewelers, 859 East Main Street.
Back with you at Great Crossing High School. Cal Oaks, Jason Hyatt. Good first half, Jason. Franklin County back and forth. Western Hills jumped out a little bit early. The Flyers went up by as many as 7. Wolverines wouldn't let them get away. They're trying to make the 4th time the charm tonight, down 3 at the half.
Yeah, both teams have delivered a blow, absorbed a blow, and they're both still standing here at the half. And so, these will be 2 very interesting conversations in the locker rooms of, I think Jeff Cody probably feeling very good about his guys, saying we just got to keep fighting. Don't let things get away from us. Going to have to get Campbell more involved at some point, but overall got to be pleased with his squad. Over on the other side for Coach King, I think he's probably wanting a little more. Like, hey, we got the lead. That's a good thing, but there's more that we can be doing. So it'll be interesting to see what he draws up at half, what kind of adjustments that he makes coming out for the second half.
Cole McDonald of Western Hills leads all scorers with 12 points. Franklin County has held Javion Campbell to 6 points, 5 rebounds. 4 points apiece from Stone and Morris. 2 from Flynn for the total of 28. As we wait for some halftime entertainment, let's look at some highlights. Western Hills motivated to make this night the one that counts. Franklin County coming in with the confidence of having beaten Western Hills 3 times. Cole McDonald, he's got himself a dirty dozen in the first half. He's earned most of them at the rim. There's a nice pass to Campbell for the finish. Franklin County fought back on the shoulders of first Dury Trahan. Tyler Broyles got in the act, worked the ball inside to Redden, but there's a steal from Morris. Up ahead for the tough layup.
Yeah, it was a good first half. You mentioned for McDonald, but honestly, kind of a quiet 12 points. It surprised me a little bit to see that he's the leading scorer in this one.
Campbell got 2 of his 6 loudly on a dunk that we'll watch a couple of times from a couple of different angles, because why not? We love the dunks. We had our share of them last night. Broyles with 5 quick ones here. First from 3, then off the steal for 2. And finally, Trahan with the interception and the easy cash in at the rack. Good out of bounds underplay there. Gets McDonald 2. McDonald once again. And how about the Franklin County dance team bringing it to you at halftime?
Today, we customize everything.
Yeah.
So why not customize your video choices with NextBand Stream, the new video streaming app from FPB. Just install NextBand Stream on your smart TV, mobile, and streaming devices. Then watch with features like Restart and Replay TV, plus Cloud DVR to record cable and local channels. Powered by fast, reliable FPB internet and Wi-Fi. Customize your video. Call or visit FPB online to sign up.
FPB delivers more value to our customers with Watch TV Everywhere. It's the free extra service that lets you watch favorites from your TV package on the go. Take a few minutes to sign up at fpb.cc and you'll be all set to explore many channels and on-demand shows on any internet-connected computer, laptop, tablet, or smartphone. Watch TV Everywhere, another great way FPB delivers the choice, convenience, and value you want.
Welcome back to Cable 10's coverage of the 41st District Tournament. Got a good win in the boys semifinals. Franklin County 31, Western Hills 28. Don't want the Franklin County fans to feel left out. We went over the Western Hills scoring for the first half. Very balanced for the Flyers. Broyles with 7, Redden and Trahan with 6 apiece. Souders, Chenault 4 each, and 2 points for Russell and Taylor for the total of 31. And Franklin County just has a few more options than Western Hills, but the Wolverines have taken advantage of the ones they do have out there, healthy on the court, have made life difficult for the Flyers so far.
Yeah, we talked about how that Cole McDonald, just the 5th leading scorer on the team this season, but leading the way here tonight because Campbell has been limited and credit the Flyer defense for doing most of that work to limiting his touches. And Austin Stone kind of not been able to get it going. Had a few open looks from three, hasn't got anything to go down from deep. So, somebody else has to step up and fill that void, and Cole McDonald's done a good job of that. So now it'll be a question of, can the other guys get going here in the second half?
Stone 2 for 7 from the field. If he heats up, that could be bad news for Franklin County, and there is a takeaway for Javion Campbell. Wolverines down 3 with the ball here to start the second half. Stone, Campbell, little pull up, rattles it home. Javion from outside for him to make it 31-30.
Yeah, that is about as far out as you're going to see him take a shot, but nice touch for the big man.
Catch and shoot 3 from the corner for Redden is good.
That's not a shot that I would have expected to see, especially that early on in the possession, but credit Redden for knocking it down.
It's one of those, the coach calls it a better make. You better make it or you're coming out. Inside to Campbell. That's his bread and butter. He scored in 2 different ways here to start the third quarter.
Clearly, Coach Cody got his point across at halftime. Get Javion the ball.
There was Stone roughing him up to get the takeaway, and Chenault will draw the contact and the foul on Stone. His second on the night, team's first of the half. They only put 1 on the scoreboard. The PA announcer, Steve Maynard, said 2. Not sure which is correct. Redden almost lost it, then regained it, and flung it in from short range. So he's got 5 quick ones here in the second half. And Western Hills throws it away. You can't afford the unforced errors. Good defense by Stone there, but Redden just stayed with it.
Redden led the way in scoring for Franklin County in the first half, so no surprise he gets the nod to start the second and already paying dividends.
Setting the screen there for Trahan and Broyles. Broyles drives, jump stop, can't get it to go. Stone rebound, quick pass. 3-pointer is no good, but strong on the boards. Javion Campbell to get it back to a 2-point game.
3 possessions across half court anyways for Western Hills. 3 buckets for Javion Campbell.
Flynn took the shot. It rattled off the rim, but Campbell right there for the strong second opportunity. Souders on the drive, no good. Campbell yanks it down. Chance to tie or go ahead for the Wolverines. 5:33 to play, third quarter. Inside to Campbell, and you're right. There was a point of emphasis at halftime from Coach Jeff Cody, and the Wolverines heeded the message.
8 now for Campbell on a perfect 4 of 4 shooting.
And we are knotted at 36. Franklin County will slow it down just a bit. Chenault loses the handle. Campbell going the other way, 3-on-2. He will take it to the rim himself. Hills on top.
It is the Javion Campbell show. That's an impressive 10 points to get things going. And boy, Western Hills has stormed back here and made their stand, taking a 2-point lead.
It is Campbell 10, Flyers 5, actually Redden 5 since the half. There's a miss. Rebound Stone. Up ahead to Flynn. Flynn kicks it back to Stone. Finds Morris from the left wing. Yes, sir. 41-36. Timeout on the court. And Hills jumps off the bench.
Well, that's what happens when you get the big guy going. It opens things up for everybody else. And Morris cashing in with the 3, but it's the big man working down low that gets it all started.
As we watch a Javion hat trick here during the timeout. 3 of his 5 buckets.
And, you know, again, that last highlight that we saw, Javion's a guy that can get up and down the court. He can dribble it, and he can go at his pace. Doesn't get sped up. You know, uses his body, goes to the left hand to lay it in. He's a complete player.
Western Hills trying to get back to that final that they pushed Great Crossing to the limit and then some. They were ahead for a good portion of the evening. Took a miracle 3 by Gage Richardson to extend the game, and finally Western Hills just kind of wore down in the third overtime. An unforgettable night as they had home court advantage at their noisy building and took every advantage of it and almost pulled off the stunner last year. Can they get back to this year's championship game? Long way to go in this one. Franklin County, though, looking a little frazzled right now. Russell gets one from the right elbow extended to stop the bleeding momentarily, down to a 3-point game.
And you like to see a guy with confidence like that, checking in off the bench and not afraid to step up and take a shot.
Bouncing it to Campbell was Morris. Campbell tried to fling it and got it picked off by Trahan. Here come the Flyers. Trahan up and under. What a play by number 23 to get it back to a 1-point margin.
I don't know that it needed to have that much pizzazz, but it sure is going to look good on the highlights.
He does everything with pizzazz, panache, whatever P word you want to put on it. And there is a foul. Little scoop, up, under, reverse layup.
All counts the same, I guess.
Campbell, they tried to get it to him and lost the handle there, and the Flyers with a chance to take the lead, but hustling back on defense to get the block is Stone to keep Hills on top momentarily. 3:18 to play, third quarter.
I almost thought that ball rolled down Broyles' leg.
They will give it to Franklin County. Russell bounces it to Redden for an and one opportunity. Flyers back in front.
Redden has come to play tonight, that is for sure. Just flashes across the lane. Campbell caught with his back to the ball, and Redden makes him pay.
Missed the free throw, but Hills could not grasp the rebound. It will stay with the Flyers.
So now you're looking at a potential 4 or maybe even 5-point possession.
Last 3 buckets, excuse me, going to the Flyers after they were down 5. Very good timeout for Coach King at that point. They'll give it back to Hills here. But a steal by Trahan. Nice dish to Russell.
Anticipation and quickness from Dury Trahan to make that play and not only get the steal and save it, but then drop it off for the easy layup.
Another timeout on the court. And Coach Jeff Cody trying to figure out where it's all gone downhill here for his Wolverines. It's the hustle of Trahan, a couple of key steals and one key bucket and one dish to Russell for another one here. It's an 8-0 run.
Getting that defender up in the air where then he can drop it off to Russell for the lay-in makes for a nice, easy play and puts the Flyers back up by 3.
Wolverines see if they can get their mojo back. As they were down 3 at the half, went on a binge, namely Javion Campbell went on the binge to get it to 41-36. It's gone 8 points the other way.
And as good as Campbell's been here in the third quarter, another steal from Taylor.
Once again, great anticipation from the Flyers, and Trahan with the finish. They have ramped up the defense. Another deflection from Taylor. Hills survives for the moment, ahead to Campbell. Barely got the handle and draws the contact. And what an athletic play from Javion Campbell there to maybe get Hills back on the right foot.
Yeah, here's the steal from Taylor, and what a save. Look at that, keeping the foot in, finds Trahan, and he knows what to do with it from there. But on the other end, yeah, Campbell didn't panic, just, felt where the defenders were, felt where the ball was, kept it alive, drew the foul, and honestly, I'm surprised he wasn't able to finish for the three-point play.
Rattles home the first free throw. He'll have another. His team down 4. They've been up by as many as 5. Makes them both 46-43. Trahan will walk it up.
Cal, I don't want to jinx anything, but I've got this feeling we're not going to get to a running clock in this one.
I don't think so. We've actually seen lead changes and everything. I don't know what to make of it. There's a steal by Morris. And right back at you, says Trahan, to the rim. Foul. And Trahan will go to the line. There's the play by Morris off the deflection. And Trahan says,
Trahan just brings a level of quickness that I'm not sure Western Hills was prepared for. Granted, they should be. They've seen him 3 times already this year, but it's just a notch above what you would probably expect from your typical high school player.
Trahan closes his eyes, visualizes it going in, and indeed it does. 47-43. He'll have one more.
Saw Coach Joey Thacker in the background of that shot. You see him there.
He'll lead his Lady Flyers in the battle where they always expect to end up, in the 41st District Final. Heck, they expect to end up in the 11th Region Final. They expect to end up in the Sweet 16 Final. That's just what they do over there. We'll be back with you for the final 2:22 of this third quarter after these messages.
Game of the Week is brought to you by Whitehead Hancock. Whitehead Hancock Plumbing has been serving Frankfort families for more than 100 years. You can trust Whitehead Hancock for all your plumbing, heating, cooling, and septic needs. Call them today at 502-227-2213 for 24-hour emergency service, or visit their website at whiteheadhancock.com.
Back at you here at Great Crossing High School. Cal Oaks, Jason Hyatt. Back and forth we go. Western Hills was up by 5 early in this third quarter. Now it's Franklin County in that position, trying to hold serve for the 4th time and get to the 41st District Final on Friday night. It's a dubious distinction, as whoever does survive this has to deal with Great Crossing. The Warhawks 30-1 and awaiting their opponent after a 106-22, that's right, victory last night.
The Warhawks certainly showed why they are the top seed last night, and on a brand of basketball that I'm not sure we've seen.
They moved up another spot to number 20 in the national rankings by Max Preps that came out today. 4 Kentucky teams in the top 70 or so.
Well, so there. All right, here's my takeaway then from that. If I'm Frankfort High, I'm saying, look, see, put some respect in our name. We're good enough that when they beat us, they move up 2 spots in the country. So see that.
That's right. Our reputation precedes us, the Panthers can say.
That's right.
Well, it takes great courage just to step on the court against the Warhawks. You're in good company if you lose to Great Crossing, I'll tell you that.
Austin Stone walking a little gingerly there.
They can ill afford that, as they are kind of walking wounded to begin with. Almost the over and back. They save it for a 3-pointer by Morris. 2-point game once again.
Morris has gotten hot from deep.
Trying to return the favor and doing so. Taylor does it for the Flyers. Anything you can do, I can do better, or at least the same, he says. 51-46. And now the foul on Redden, who can't believe it.
Yeah, that's, I believe, number 4 on Redden. Or, excuse me, I think just the 3rd.
That's his 3rd, and he will sit down, and Broyles will check in.
Yeah, and that's kind of big, because the Flyers were running Redden and Taylor out there together, just trying to provide some extra size to slow down Campbell.
Morris bounces it to Campbell. Campbell on the baseline, spins, takes it to the hoop, and gets fouled.
You can see there Campbell just working Taylor down low, Taylor, I will say, slender of frame compared to Campbell, and just getting out-muscled.
A little more of a physical game here in the second half, and the foul count has gone up in kind. In and out for Campbell, who shot the ball well from the free throw line tonight, but finally misses one. Makes the second. 5 out of 6, 51-47 your score. Russell drives the baseline, throws it to Broyles. Trahan, he's getting called for several walks tonight.
Yeah, been a little careless with the ball, and I think the body's just getting a little bit out ahead of the brain.
The pluses have outweighed the minuses as he has sparked them offensively, to be sure, and defensively. Russell doing so as well. Missed the layup though. Golden opportunity for the Flyers goes by the boards, and drawing the offensive foul on Campbell, who reacts in disbelief, is Taylor.
Well, that's one where if you had the restricted arc in high school basketball, I think that would be a blocking foul, and honestly I'm not so sure it wasn't a blocking foul anyway.
Sometimes they react to what they see, and you drop that shoulder, and the contact when you're 270 pounds or whatever is pretty loud. Final minute of the third quarter. Trahan drive and a wild kick for a three. Could have been a kind of a dagger there. Would have given the Flyers their biggest lead of the night. And a second opportunity. The drive, the dish, and Trahan will go to the line to try to complete the traditional three-point play.
A little strength and physicality from the Flyers. This time from Trahan.
Noah Souders on the give. Donald picks up his second foul. 40.8 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Danger zone for the Wolverines here as things have gone Franklin County's way since that burst to start the third quarter by Campbell. Three-point play for Trahan, 54-47.
Ball security at a premium right now for Western Hills. You've got to get quality possessions.
Inside to Campbell, and Trahan holding on for dear life will get called for the foul.
And here's where things can get tricky for Western Hills. You've got Franklin County into the bonus now, although there's only 28 seconds left in the quarter. But, you know, Campbell, again, not a great free throw shooter, so it's hard to take advantage of that aspect. But we know he's capable. He's got a good touch. They just don't seem to drop at the regularity that you would want, but he's looked pretty good tonight.
Tonight he has performed above that norm. I believe that's 6 for 7. Makes them both to cut it back to 5. Franklin County might try to opt for one shot here. 23 seconds. Trahan steps it across the line, goes over to the corner, and he will do so as Western Hills won't challenge. Down to 10 seconds. He will pop from 3. Back rim no good. Western Hills has a shot. They get it ahead just inside half court at the buzzer. No.
That could have been big. Trahan pulled the 3 really early in the clock and gave a chance for Western Hills to pull within just a bucket, but wouldn't go.
8 minutes to the 11th region tournament for one of these teams. Don't go away, folks.
Call David Tolles Auto Pro for all your automotive needs.
Don't let your car keep you from making important plans. Take it to David Tolles Auto Pro, 515 Duncan Road and 1348 Versailles Road.
Hey, That was my friend Logan's soccer coach. Why'd you wave at her?
Because she's also our Kentucky Farm Bureau insurance agent. She's the one that helped us get our house fixed after that big storm last year.
Well, that explains the name of their team.
Which is?
The Storm.
Good one.
Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on commitment.
Welcome back to Great Crossing High School for the fourth quarter of the final semifinal of the 41st District. You see the Western Hills fans trying to rally the Wolverines. They rallied early in the third quarter, but the Flyers took over after that with an 18-8 run that they are currently on to turn a 5-point deficit into a 5-point lead. Western Hills with the ball, though. Getting it inside to their guy, Campbell. No, but he'll go to the line once more. I think that's their best hope right now, Jason, is just to continue to pound it in there and hope to, for one thing, you stop the clock, and secondly, you're getting the ball in the hands of your best guy.
Well, if you saw in the background as Campbell couldn't get the shot to go, Coach Cody was in the background slapping his hands. Man, I wanted that one. It's clear coming out of halftime, here's our goal. Get the ball to 3. Coming out of the fourth quarter timeout, here's the goal. Get the ball to 3.
He was in a really good rhythm from the line, made the first, and kind of short-armed the second. 54-50, and Trahan will slow it down again. Now he drives, stops, kicks. Errant pass to Broyles, goes out of bounds. Turnover for the Flyers. Chance to make it a one-possession game.
A lot of good things in this game, but he's cost them a few turnovers too. And again, there was a case where he just kind of got going and wasn't sure where he was going to go with the ball once he got there.
Three-pointer from McDonald that had been quiet since that big first half. He gets the Wolverines to within a point.
McDonald had the hot hand early. I don't think we called his name in the third quarter, but here he is in the fourth.
Right elbow short from Souders, but he gets the steal, a little giveaway from the Wolverines, and doing a nice job stopping on a dime and getting the layup is Taylor. So what could have been a go-ahead possession for the Wolverines, they give 2 away. Bouncing it into Campbell, and another foul and another trip to the line for number 3 at the 6:52 mark.
I believe they'll call that one on Taylor.
They got Trahan for his third,
okay,
is what they announced.
So you either had...
The scoreboard is all off with the fouls tonight.
Taylor was on the front and Trahan was coming from behind, so it was kind of a take your pick.
Campbell cannot get that one to fall, so 2 consecutive misses. They say it was statistics regression to the mean. You eventually kind of come back to your level of what you normally do. He hopes to get hot again. Has to if Western Hills will have a shot in this one. Hits that to get it within 2.
Flyers going to try to buy a little time with John Griffin checking in. He played sparingly in the first, but with Taylor and Redden each with a little bit of foul trouble, I believe. Going to see if they can't buy a few with Griffin playing some hard-nosed defense.
Broyles kicks it out to Souders. Every possession getting more crucial by the minute. 6:30 to play in regulation. Morris knocked it out of Souders' hands. Stone was there defensively as well.
Speaking of quiet, Souders has not really had anything to speak of in this one.
That's a dangerous inbounds pass, but Broyles went back and got it. Don't want to give Broyles too much room. He will shoot a 3 on you. In this case, he drives and kicks to Souders for the 3. That's no good. And Campbell with a man's rebound. And a steal. The dangerous passes by Western Hills are costing them. Second chance as Russell grabs it at the rim. And now Trahan will draw the foul from Stone and go to the line. Clock stops at 5:58.
They're going to get a trip to the line. I think Broyles missed the opportunity, and when he picked up that loose ball, he could have dropped that one off for Caven Russell for the easy lay-in, but tried to take it himself. Probably made things a little harder than they needed to, and
missed the free throw.
Looks like it's going to cost them at least a point.
makes the second. Flyers lead by 3. And a steal by Russell with the finish.
They have got to know where he is on the court because he has done that
a little
few
stick
times.
of dynamite defensively. And doing it again at the other end. Russell throws it to Trahan. But the Wolverines take it away just as quickly. Campbell ahead of the pack, but Morris will take it to the rim. 59-56. 5:33 to play. Timeout on the floor.
Kevin Russell is a pest right now for this Western Hills team. They do not know what to do with him, but
you lose track of him if you're the Wolverines.
Well, he's so small, yeah, sometimes that can happen.
How about some three-pointers? Tyler Broyles can hit that shot. Dalen Redden surprised us early in the third quarter. Morris had his team on a hot streak. Taylor had the answer. McDonald, after a quiet third quarter, had 12 in the first half. Comes to play when it counts.
Yeah, it's interesting for Franklin County anyways. It's been the big guys really that have been knocking down the threes. I mean, Broyles known as a three-point shooter, but he's even got, he's got some pretty good size on him. He's not just a guard. He's kind of a wing player. And then you got Taylor and Redden stepping out, knocking them down. So been a pretty good shooting night, but I don't know that the outside shot's what this one's going to end up boiling down to.
5 minutes, 33 seconds to decide a 41st District finalist and an 11th Region quarterfinalist. Will it be Franklin County? Can Western Hills get back and pull the upset? Russell gives to Broyles. Broyles spins. Souders with a dangerous pass to Russell and taken away. McDonald ahead. Missed the layup, but second chance for McDonald. 17 points on the night. His team down 1.
Quality follow from McDonald. The backboard was moving an awfully lot when that layup attempt went up, so probably good that Western Hills ended up getting the bucket.
Broyles with it. Drive, stop, kick to Taylor for 3. Yes. Flyers back up 4.
Huge shot for Taylor because that's not his game necessarily. Not that he's not capable of hitting it, but that if you're getting three-pointers out of Taylor, that's the bonus.
Bounce into Campbell. He's triple teamed. He hooks it in anyway. 62-60, 4:04 to play in regulation.
Just has a nose for where he is on the court. Doesn't even have to necessarily be looking at the rim. He's right hand, left-handed, whatever it takes.
Russell has been a spark plug. Throws it away here. Chance to tie for the Wolverines ahead of the pack. And tying it up, Cam Flynn. 62 apiece.
This has been an inspired effort from Western Hills. I mean, I would have come into this one honestly expecting that Franklin County would take care of business fairly handily, but boy, Western Hills has really come to play no matter how this one ends up. They've given an effort to be proud of.
Russell with the miss, Morris with the rebound. Stone for the lead. Left corner 3 is true.
Well, he's the senior that needs to step up, and no bigger shot than right there. That's what you want to see out of your senior.
Souders tries for the answer, no good, but right there for the rebound. The Flyers will go to the line and try to tighten this one up. They're all of a sudden down 3. John Griffin has the chance at the 2:55, 2:56 mark.
Well, it's been a game of back and forth. Both teams going on runs and droughts, and it may just be a question of who's on the run to end it.
Griffin makes the first. Taking his time, deep breath. Makes them both, 65-64. Redden back in the game. Good things have happened when he's been able to stay on the court tonight. Trapped is McDonald, loses it. Taken away by Broyles, finds Souders who draws the contact and will have a chance to put the Flyers back in front.
Yeah.
Campbell just getting it done. There's no way to stop that. Ahead for Flynn for the tie, and then how about a three from Austin Stone? Bingo.
Yeah, that three from Stone could end up being the biggest shot in this game, depending on obviously how things play out. We still got a lot of time to go, but boy, that was a big bucket for Western Hills.
Souders missed one, hits the second to tie it. 65 each. Campbell, probably not the guy you want handling the ball. He's in trouble. Gets rid of it though. Cross court. Flynn drops it off for Morris. McDonald stops, double, bounces it into Campbell for the go-ahead bucket.
You will not stop him when he gets that deep into the post. There's just you're just not going to stop him. That's all there is to it.
Man among boys, to put it mildly. 67-65. Souders to the rack and crashes into Campbell.
Strong take from Souders for a guy who's really struggled in this game, but understood the moment, knew that he needed to go strong, not be scared even though Campbell was there. Well-earned trip to the line.
Javion picks up his third and shrugs his shoulders. Souders gets the Flyers within one. I gotta tell you, I don't know. Campbell wonders what else he could have done.
It does seem, I think he may have been in position. You almost wonder, is that, again, there's no restricted arc in high school, but he was basically underneath the basket.
Both teams showing sportsmanship, smiles, taps on the shoulder, a helping hand off the deck.
Yeah, you see that smile from Javion Campbell, and we've talked about it throughout the season, how that's just who he is. He's always smiling and having a good time. It's, again, part of what makes him a joy to watch, because he just enjoys the game. He doesn't take it too seriously and get so worked up that he gets out of control. He's just having fun and appreciating the moment.
Jeff Cody even as he's trying to make his point to the official, they're both kind of laughing and smiling. This is one of those games when it's over, you're going to say, hey, I was part of something special. Now, the team that loses isn't going to be happy with his season ending, but it's one of those games you're going to look back on and remember years down the road in this rivalry.
Yeah, and it's especially notable because it is crosstown, Franklin County, Western Hills. For these two teams, this is your number one rival. So it's certainly something that you'll take with you for the rest of your life.
2:17 to settle it in regulation. I think we deserve some bonus basketball, don't we? I mean, there's been a lot of blowout city here up until now. I don't know if Jeff Cody can handle overtime right now the way he looks.
He's probably
Get that man a Snickers.
He's having flashbacks to last year's championship game. I don't know how much more of this I can take.
Yeah, that O word is dirty to him right now. He saw 3 of them against Great Crossing. Morris. They bounce it into who else, and they grab Campbell, which is the only thing to do. They have a couple of fouls to give.
Yeah, that's actually, Redden
is fouled out, so that part's not good.
Yeah, that's the problem. Other than that, it's the right play. Campbell got the spin move, the head of steam, grab him before he goes up. The problem is that now you're done for the night.
Taylor will try to fill the void. Trahan out there with Broyles and Souders and Chenault for the Flyers. Are they going to call that a shooting foul? The Flyers can't imagine why. No, okay.
Yeah, Campbell was trying to weasel his way into it.
He was politicking by just stepping to the line. He spent so much time there in the second half, he figured why not. They bounce it to Javion. Posts up on Trahan, who flops. Campbell misses the layup, gets his own rebound, loses it. Chenault does a split on the floor. Cody, incredulous, wanted to travel not once but twice. He can't believe he didn't get either one of them. Minute 45 to play in this tie game.
That was quite the series of, multiple players not even knowing where the ball was. It's behind them, underneath of them, just rolling back and forth. That was borderline comical.
Trahan drives to the hoop and will go to the line. Campbell got it knocked out of his hands. Chenault, he didn't travel. Now the question is, did Taylor roll around on the floor enough to merit the call? They didn't make it.
You understand why Cody's trying to get the call, but I think it was a clean play.
I thought so after looking at it a second time. Trahan knocks it down, 68-67 Flyers.
So on that last possession, we saw Trahan guarding Campbell. I didn't catch if that was on a switch or if that was by design. It wouldn't surprise me if it's by design, just because he's probably the strongest guy on the court.
Made them both to put the Flyers up 2. Wolverines turn. McDonald. Trahan guarding Campbell. McDonald, tough shot. Campbell couldn't get the rebound. A tough rebound for Taylor. Broyles gets it to Chenault. Minute 6 to play. Flyers up 2 with the ball. And Trahan will go over into the corner. And McDonald will bump him. And that's 2 shots.
Trahan started to take over this game, and in ways that you may not even realize. Down on the other end, that defensive possession fought and banged with Campbell down low. And then when the shot went up, his job was, he knows he can't go up and out-rebound Campbell over the top. So he just went up and tipped it, and they sent Taylor in from the weak side to use his height to come catch the tip. That's what secured the possession for Franklin County.
That's a big miss with 59.9 seconds left. It's going to be a one-possession game no matter what Trahan does with this second free throw. Makes it 70-67.
Western Hills, don't panic. You don't need the 3. Go find your moneymaker.
Number 3. Or Morris can just take the tying bomb. 70 apiece.
Like I said, first time you get an open look at a 3, take it.
And will Franklin County try to take the final shot of regulation?
Man, Morris has hit some big shots in this game.
I think the clock froze there. Then it started, and then it stopped again. We got to figure out how much time is left.
As good as the basketball has been tonight, the scoreboard has not been on
not good
all-star performance.
Let's watch and see what happened.
Yep. Not sure why, if that was a malfunction. Got it going again, but yeah, they saw it. They'll get that worked out. Ultimately, it won't really matter. The unfortunate part's just that it kind of killed the flow of what's happening, but both coaches probably not too upset about the free timeout.
Gives them a chance to catch their breath, if nothing else. Let's reset this. Wolverines at the 5-team fouls, so the Flyers are in the bonus. They have only committed 3 this quarter. Each team has a timeout left in regulation. 40.1 seconds appears to be the verdict. Chenault gives it up to Trahan.
I'd be shocked if this possession doesn't involve a drive from Trahan at some point.
18 seconds. And will they use a timeout? We have another clock scoreboard issue.
All right, this can't happen. You can't have clock issues at this juncture in the game. We're going to figure this out.
And See, it freezes at 16.4.
And at a point when Trahan was starting to drive and, initiate a play, so.
Twice here in the potential final possession, the clock has frozen. And nope, there's definitely not 2:05 left.
They're trying to get it sorted out, and I'm sure it's nobody's fault. I don't think somebody's just over there starting and stopping. It's a technical issue, but hopefully we can get that worked out because we've got a great game going.
Yeah, it would be a shame to have something like this ended with any sort of controversy. They can't seem to get a number up there that looks anything like what the numbers should be. I think they're settled on 16.5 seconds. And there you are. They've called the student over, Thomas Taylor, the manager. See if he can help. Great crossing manager.
They've got the right time on the clock. Now the question is, can the clock count down from there to 0?
Let's all cross our fingers and say our prayers and eat our vitamins. Trahan inbounds to Souders. We have liftoff. 12 seconds. Souders. Drive, kick to Broyles. Broyles drives up and under. Lost the handle, regained it. What do they call?
I think a travel. I think I saw the near ref down at the bottom.
3.1 seconds, and Jeff Cody's going to use his timeout. He went right at Campbell, and that's enough to make anybody tremble. Morris kind of went for the tie-up. Yeah, he took one big healthy step and never did anything with the basketball.
Yeah, Morris got a hand on it, but didn't jar it away enough to call it a loose ball. So
Western Hills has 3.1 seconds, hopefully continuous if the clock behaves, to set up a potential game winner. If not, we'll have bonus basketball.
And for Western Hills on this inbound, they will be stationary, can't run the floor. So that will limit some of the opportunity for getting the ball up the court. 3 seconds, still plenty of time. Just remember, ball moves faster than you do. So the more you can pass it, the better. But realistically, you're probably looking for something, a few steps inside a half court, try to get something in the air and hope for a prayer.
This is one of those situations, and that he is in the game. As much of a pain in the butt as Caven Russell has been, I would have him. Nope, he's going back to the bench. I would say I might have him in there when to contest this inbounds pass, but.
Well, I think they're going to put Taylor on the ball and use his length again because they can't move. So that's a good play, I think. But yeah, I wouldn't mind having Caven Russell roaming around somewhere, just the knack that he has for the ball. Gavin Hurst, though, checking in for his first action.
Haven't seen him at all.
Yeah, football player there, got a nose for the ball.
They will throw it the length of the court. It's tipped away by Chenault. But the good news for Western Hills is it's all the way down at the other end.
Yeah, Chenault saved the game, honestly, with that tip, but you're right.
1.8 seconds.
Western Hills happy with that because now you get to inbound down on your end.
Wolverines trying to get back to the finals of the 41st District. Can they do it here? Campbell, bread and butter, goes for the hook shot. Yes!
They're going to have to.
Are they going to count it?
What did they say? I didn't see the call.
Western Hills thinks they have won. Wolverines 72, Flyers 70, and Western Hills, with only its 8th win of the season, is region bound.
What a game for Western Hills. That is a season-defining moment. And, it's how fitting for Javion Campbell to be the guy to get it.
He is a special athlete.
I certainly would be interested to see it here again.
See the clock.
Yeah, that's the in-game clock.
That was a long-lasting 1.8 seconds. He got rid of it.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And even I think if it was a tenth slow getting started, he got it off with 3/10 to go. So, yeah, good play, good call by the refs. Good finish from Campbell, and what a game.
Let's take a quick break. We'll come back with our play and player of the game, and I think you can guess one of those.
I think you could probably guess both.
The Game of the Week, Play of the Game is brought to you by Esprit Credit Union. Esprit Credit Union wishes all our local teams a great season. Show your local spirit with a spirited debit card featuring your school colors and mascot. Open an Esprit Spirited account today and let the rivalry continue. Federally insured by NCUA.
Esprit Credit Union wishes all our local teams a great season. Score $5 for the high school of your choice simply by opening a Spirited account featuring your school colors and mascot on your debit card. Show your support. Flyers, Panthers, or Wolverines. Who will raise the most? Go to Esprit.org today. Choose wisely. Western Hills, Franklin County, Frankfort High. Let the rivalry continue. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Welcome back to Great Crossing High School. I'm Cal Oakes. He's Jason Hyatt. We've got to try to explain what we just saw. Western Hills in a stunner. Fourth time is the charm for the Wolverines, 72-70. Our play of the game presented by Esprit Credit Union. Guess what it was here. 1.8 seconds. The dish, the drive, the hook, and the court storm.
And it's, Campbell again. He's got that touch. He just has the feel, and you can see that's the difference. The softness that he puts it up on the rim, doesn't just chuck it at the back of it, lets it roll in, and yeah, he gets swarmed, and rightfully so.
And our West Banco player of the game, who else? Javion Campbell. He's going to be playing football on TV in a couple of years, but he was on your TV tonight and put on a show, a special athlete just willing his team to victory. That was the dunk early. He only had 6 points at halftime. Somebody sent me the stats. I'll be interested to see how many he ended up with, because it was an enormous number in the second half. Yeah, just 23 in the second half for a total of 29. 9 rebounds, 2 blocks, a steal.
And it's really cool for him, too, coming off of the game we talked about from last year in that championship against Great Crossing, which was, at this point probably the second greatest memory for Javion Campbell of his basketball career. So to do that with his brother Walter, and now with him moved on to college to do it himself, and, look, I can carry the load on my own if I have to. That was a special game from Javion Campbell.
We'll be back with you Friday night. If you enjoyed this, don't miss that. 6:30 girls final. Number 1, Franklin County. Number 2, Great Crossing. The boys side a little bit after 8 o'clock. The Great Crossing Warhawks top seed. It's a rematch of a triple overtime thriller as Western Hills will try to shock the world and go up against the Warhawks in their gym. It's been a great time bringing this one to you. On behalf of Jason Hyatt, the team that brought you this special night, I'm merely Cal Oakes saying good night, God bless. Your final score one final time here on Cable 10. Western Hills moving on, 72-70 over Franklin County. See you Friday, folks.